Kumiko and the Shadowcatchers, Chapter 6. Sometimes a million moments fit into just a few seconds. There are 5 separate melodies playing. Birds in the trees, a gust of wind that smells like sweet sesame, 3 brown leaves blowing across my feet, and a small fly which lands on my ear, all before the door opens. The old man at the door looks at me with his eyebrows hitched up in surprise. Never having looked at him so closely before, I see he is older than I thought. "Good morning," he croaks. "Can I help you?" As the frozen feeling starts to creep over me, I remember the second part of the plan is to act with confidence. "Yes," I answer quickly. "Thank you. I've come a long way to find you, or rather to join you." The old man scowls the mean scowl I remember, and quickly looks around to see if I'm alone. "What do you mean?" he asks warily. "I want to join you," I repeat. "I want to become a shadow catcher." The old man's face turns pale. "How do you know about shadow catchers?" he barks. "And who are you? Who sent you?" "Little girls cannot be shadow catchers." "Please," I say, practicing my most innocent face. "No one has sent me. I've come on my own. I've escaped. You must let me join you. I have no other place to go." The old man's face twists further into a scowl. "What do you mean you escaped? Who are you?" he growls. "My name is Chio," I lie. This part of the plan is to keep my family safe. "My whole life I've been guarded by dragons, because I'm the last descendant of the Dragon King," I say. "The dragons who held me prisoner told me many things about the Shadowcatchers. I know how powerful you are, and now I've come to join you." The old man looks like an eel has bitten him. His crooked yellow teeth hang out of his open mouth like mahjong tiles, and his wide eyes push the wrinkles further up his forehead. Just when I think maybe he's the one who was frozen in fright, his hands grab me quick as traps and haul me inside his cabin. His long fingers wrap around my wrists like snarling vines as he slams the door and looks at me so closely I can smell the dried fish on his breath. "Let go of me!" I shout angrily, trying to wrestle my wrists away. Then I remember how I'm supposed to act. "Please let go," I ask politely, then add, "You're hurting me." The old shadow catcher looks at me for a moment, then, slowly, he loosens his grip and lets go. "Thank you," I say, rubbing my wrists where he grabbed them. "I'm not your enemy, and I'm not going anywhere." I take a moment to look around the cabin. Long banners with dark pictures of howling animals and dark shapes hang from the ceiling, and the air is thick with the smell of sour pickles and metallic smoke. Along the walls there are stained scrolls and fat jars of foul things swirling in mists and liquids. The old man's narrow eyes stay fixed on me. "I apologize," he offers. "Forgive me, I was just excited to meet you. We have been searching for you for a long time." He hesitates before pointing to a chair by a table. "Will you please sit down and have some tea?" I nod my head and sit at the small table. Beneath me, the floor has recently been mended. After the amnesia potion, the shadow catcher would not remember how it came to be broken, which is just as well, since it was I who broke it last time I was here, when Arasu was sitting in the exact same place as me. Between quick glances to make sure I am staying, the old shadow catcher makes some tea. When he thinks I'm not watching him, he puts something in my cup that he doesn't put in his. Then he comes and puts the tea on the table. "There now, this will make you feel better," he grins. I take the cup into my hand and up to my mouth, but I'm careful. "Ooh," I gasp. "It's too hot. Let me wait for it to cool." I put the cup back down onto the table. "Well," he says in an irritated tone, "let me hear more about where you have come from. If you want to be a shadow catcher, you will have to tell me everything." "Yes," I say, "of course, but first you had better let the Grand Kage know I'm here." The old man's hand jerks and hot tea splashes out. "Ah!" he exclaims in pain and surprise. "The Grand Kage?" "Yes," I say, as if he had asked me the sum of 1 + 1. "He is the master of the shadow catchers, is he not? The one who must be consulted on matters of importance?" The old shadow catcher's whiskers tremble. "Yes, he is." "Well, this is important," I say in a low whisper, "because there isn't much time before they come." "Before who comes?" the old shadow catcher asks. "The dragons," I answer in my best and most frightened voice. "They're bound to notice I'm missing, and when they do, the whole sky might fall in at their fury." As I say this, I can't help but smile a little on the inside, thinking of all the dragons perched on the rims of every cloud above us, smiling at the thought of making it collapse. The old shadowcatcher tries to sound calm as he stumbles backwards towards the stove. "Yes, well," he mumbles, "the Grand Kage needs to know this information right away." He pulls a handful of black strips that look like seaweed from a jar and throws them into the fire. They explode with a heavy smoke, only it is not like any smoke I've ever seen. It is thin and clear, like a shadow that streaks out of the chimney as if on purpose. "This will bring him here," the old man says. Before I have a chance to work out if I'm glad the plan is working, or if I'm terrified of the Grand Kage, there is a knock at the door. My heart slips to my toes. So soon? But as the door opens, it is not the Grand Kage, or anyone I expected to see. The big laughing face I know so well has transformed into a look of shock at seeing me. My mind spins like a top. Hatsuo is not part of my plan. Which brings us to chapter 7.